Hello Taurus, and welcome to your reading space. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well and in high spirits overall, as much as can be. Thank you so much for being here. This is Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and if you're here just for love, it's Venus, okay? All right, please remember to only take what resonates. If something is negative or confusing, you always have the power to reject it, cancel, clear, or not take it on, okay? This is timeless. So anytime you see this message and resonates, it's for you. We give gratitude and thanks to all energies and facets of Source who are present to assist this reading. Thank you so much for being here. Taurus, what is your overall current energy? Taurus, what is your overall current energy? Okay, a little bit of conflict. It could be around you, it could be internal. And it may not be that bold. It could be a subtle conflict. You could be just trying to work through certain conflicts or certain confusions, even confusing matters. This could be indicating that you feel a bit limited when it comes to your movement these days. Maybe you're wanting to move or go somewhere or do something and you just feel limited. It could also be even with like people. You could feel limited with who or what. I also see gender fluidity here and shifts going on in that area. And overall, I just feel like there's a little bit of a struggle to ongoing transitions or energies here. What else is going on in Taurus's current energy? Please and thank you. Yes, and to accompany this quite naturally is the Two of Swords, so mental confusion. Which decision do I make? Taurus, I just feel a lot of confusing energy. Not confusing, but more just like uncertain. Uncertain, a little bit chaotic here. A little back and forth, maybe not getting clarity. Anything else in Taurus's current energy? Please and thank you. I feel like you could have a lot of ideas or things you want to say, but then just don't come through with them, or just kind of watch them dissolve. This can make you feel a little more helpless than usual when it comes to trying to make decisions or maneuver certain things, but I don't think it's going to be the same for all of you. As I'm speaking, I feel like some of that can resonate, and maybe some of the wording is it's close, but it's not quite there, but there's an energy here that we're in that area. I feel a lot of mental activity rather than doing. I feel like the doing activity, the fire energy is, again, it's a bit restricted. I also feel some kind of a new passionate start or beginning here could have been delayed, thwarted, on hold, something like that. Okay, so back to this here. This Ace of Swords energy, I feel like, is the focus. It's the mental. You could also be trying to think about how to communicate something, communicate a truth, or you could feel like a path ahead of you seems difficult. It feels challenging. It feels maybe like a double-edged sword. Literally, it feels hard somehow. Again, it could be hard truths, could just be new beginnings with our perceptions as well, but it does indicate some kind of a breakthrough, and it does indicate some kind of a beginning, even if it is challenging, so that is positive. I still just feel it's not the one that you were looking for with the Ace of Wands in reverse here. The Ace of Wands would have been something very inspiring, passionate, even sensual, but more focused on doing rather than, thinking or saying. This could also be the decision that you're presented with right now. This could be the decision or the decision that you've been, that's been in your energy sphere around the time of this reading that you're seeing this. It's like, do I go for this passionate, inspired thing, or do I go for this more complex, logical thing? You know what I mean? There's like a real tear between the two. All right, what else for Taurus and their current energy? Please and thank you. Okay, this could have been in the near past. You could have decided to, or wanted to, or literally just done this, put down some kind of a burden, a hard work, a heavy energy. It could have even been put down for you if there was like a relationship that was draining or something like this. They could have, it could have ended. Ultimately, this took some kind of weight off of you. And that may also be why you find yourself in this particular place that you're in now. For some of you, this is a breakup or an ending of something that was important to you, something significant, because you're in that 5 of Wands and this is the 10 of Wands in reverse. But for the most part, it just feels like you just don't know what to do with that, or you haven't known what to do with that. What else is in Taurus's current energy? Please and thank you. Okay, we've got a past thing in your energy here, and then a future thing. And this is further future. You may not see this coming. So this thing now in the past here has a lot to do with contemplation, pondering, contemplating, removing yourself from a situation or jumping into it in the past, contemplating, moving away from a certain attachment even, or trying to move on from them, or from going forwards with it. In the past here, you could have been moving, you could have decided to move backwards or move against the flow a bit. You can't literally move backwards, but I mean to move against the flow a bit, or to even to spend time going against the grain a bit, or arguing at past things, or doing a past relationship. Like this could have been something that you were dealing with in the past, mentally, logically, communicatory wise. And it's like this situation was already built on that somehow, or this was already brought into a situation that you're in now, this past energy. Something you don't see coming in the future. 6 of Swords, so a lot of swords, wow. This is going to be some kind of reprieve, maybe a travel, or like you get to check out. And this could be with love, like with something you love or someone you love. You could even take a small trip with someone you love. And you don't see this coming in the future somehow. You could also meet someone that you're interested in on a trip or something like that. And again, it could just be finally getting to rest, or finding love helps you with your mental state, with your communicatory state. I feel like there's a lot of mental anguish or tension going on for you right now, Taurus. That's not the most normal energy to see you in. I would just remind you, you're an earth energy primarily. I mean, of course, we have many other placements, but, earth influences you, all of us. But especially for you, interacting with the earth, interacting with nature and plants and, the ground and the fresh air, being outside and putting your feet on the soil. Like this is something that does a lot for you. It helps connect you back to yourself and to your center. And sometimes we really need that. What else is going on for Taurus in their current energy? Please and thank you. Okay, also in the past, could have been a younger fire energy, or an intense fire, fiery kind of energy here that it ended with. You could have chosen air over fire, or you could have chosen logic over passion here. And you could be regretting it sometimes, or not certain, or not sure about it. They could have also been the one to exit. But I feel like they're part of this person or this energy going bye-bye in some way or another as part of where the burden has been relieved and the hard work. And you may not see it that way. But if we really look back into how it actually went, which I feel like is what this card's trying to say, to how you actually were thinking about it back then, at that interval before, you would remember, oh, that's right, like this, in the truth of it, even though it can hurt when things end or change, I already knew this in the beginning, or I already felt this before, I already wondered before. Like it's that kind of a thing. Remembering where you were at with this and that you already kind of knew. Maybe you kick yourself because you knew and you wish you wouldn't have, or in a way, but all things happen for a purpose. All things happen how they're supposed to. We have a lot of emotional blurriness going on here. You might just feel really just like things are not clear. You could also feel emotionally either isolated, or like emotionally you can't access certain things, or you've hidden them away, or you could just feel like it's overwhelming, so you kind of keep it away from people or something, but either way, it's just not super clear right now. Your options could also look a bit mediocre, where your emotions are involved. Anything else for Taurus, please and thank you. Current energy. I do see emotional offer here that you could be walking away from. I suppose it could be reversed, but something just didn't feel that stable here. You have some kind of a spiritual energy moving through you, even if it feels confusing or complicated. You're moving through this, or it's moving through you, and you're walking away from something here. You're just choosing not to accept it. You could feel like you're still contemplating it because she's still kind of looking back at it, but I feel overall you're already on your way to moving away from it. Very interesting energy, Taurus. You really may doubt yourself during this time, but I feel like I know this might sound a little like typical to say, but I do feel like you are divinely led. Always, I mean, we're always divinely led, but I feel like you're listening, or you're able to access being divinely led, and you can't really, I don't feel like you can really go wrong here. You could hold on to things and beat yourself up really bad, and I do feel like all of this mental and swords energy can be a bit complicated. But yeah, we'll look more into this. Let's go ahead and clear this and look at what your challenges are currently, even though I feel like a lot of your challenges were already just naturally in your current energy. All right. All right, what is Taurus watching? What is their main challenge or obstacle right now? What is their main challenge or obstacle right now? Please and thank you. Yeah. It is centered around beginnings, new perceptions, but also communication, communicating the truth. Maybe communicating a hard truth or receiving it, or both. Having a hard conversation that you know will lead to a new path, or taking on a new path, but it's more just logical. Yeah, it's the same thing that came out in your current energy. It's a logic or hard communication and truths over action, doing, inspiration, passion, fire energy here. It's air over fire, basically. And this is a challenge for you right now. Anything else to enhance on about this challenge for Taurus? Please and thank you. It could involve stability for you. It could involve, money, career, home, relationship, health, like those kind of stability energies that come with the Pentacles. And that's why you've chosen something logical, or are deciding to lean towards that way, or even towards this communication rather than the passionate side. It could be for your own stability. Anything else about this challenge that Taurus is facing? Please and thank you. I hear home, work, career, school will get better. Yeah, we have Leo energy here, and also just feeling a sense of control, of soft control, of balance, of flow, of unity here, especially balance as a part of this all, a part of this. Maybe you haven't known how to balance a certain passion, or passion can be so many things. I mean, it can even be a relationship, but with your logical pursuits here, or communicatory pursuits, or the truth. You haven't known how to balance both, so you feel like you had to give one up and replace it so that it's, everything is stable. Replace it with stability, or just go for the one so that you have stability. Anything else about this challenge or obstacle? Please and thank you for Taurus watching. I feel like you're still unclear about this. You still don't feel that real clarity of like going ahead. could also be a literal air sign here in reverse. That I feel more it's you though. I feel more it's like you just not feeling that green light like you want to. It's interesting how much you're operating in air energy right now, in swords energy. There must have been a pretty hard path for you as of late in some ways. Anything else about this challenge or obstacle for Taurus that they're currently facing? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. So let's look at some advice. On how you can successfully move through this challenge or obstacle. And any other advice as well that Spirit would like to offer. How can you successfully move through this challenge or obstacle? Advice, please, for Taurus. This could be a separation from something that you're deeply involved with, like a marriage, a deep relationship, even a lease. This could also be not going forwards with deepening a relationship or a connection. Okay? Anything else? Advice for Taurus, please and thank you. This is about moving out of your comfort zone a bit. Expanding, taking chances to expand, to push yourself out of that comfort zone, at least just a little bit. Not clinging to everything so tightly because of, comfort or fear, which can be hard. And sometimes we just need to step a toe out here. But Four of Pentacles is all about kind of holding on to what we have, holding on to comfort, afraid to expand, afraid to let go, afraid to spend, afraid to move bigger in a way. When we see it reversed, it's about like needing to take a chance, needing to push ourselves out a little bit more of that comfort zone. And in no way is it saying like we don't understand why you've been in it. You've been in it, but it's just that energy. Sorry, this energy, this as advice, that's interesting. This is advice is very much like to stop entertaining energies that are messy or haphazard or ill-prepared, or to keep going backwards, again, not backwards, but going back towards something, or something, allowing something back towards you. This is like expand and broaden your horizons. Anything else for advice for Taurus, please and thank you. On the ground. This is Temperance on its side on the ground. I think beneath it all is that divine waiting, that divine timing, rather. I think it pushes and pulls you when it's supposed to. This is also like, it's okay to be guarded and, suspicious and have boundaries and to not trust to a point. We have to watch for if that's becoming out of hand, to where it's like no longer liberating or useful, or and it's actually becoming like irrational, or keeping it where you're just not able to trust or do anything, or have any kind of movement. I think this will resolve itself in time. Just watch that it's not becoming irrational. And one way you can do that is to just ground yourself, or even ask good friends close to you, check in with them, or try to connect to someone that you trust, basically, that can assist you and just give you a little feedback sometimes, or maybe just even some advice, help normalize things that you're feeling so that it doesn't feel so scary. Again, I feel like this is moving forwards out of your comfort zone just a little bit, where you're guided to. This is about taking a bit of a chance, because you do actually have guidance beneath all of this confuzzlement here, and it's wanting you to move forwards. You're going to have success moving forwards. Moving forwards can also just mean moving into expansion, a bit into the new. If you've been dealing with a fire sign, and you're still contemplating it, I think it's probably time to move forwards from that energy if it's been rough, okay? Clarify this as advice, please. You may be trying to get the truth about something or to bring something into balance with someone. I don't think you will. I think it's time for your own journey right now. This is the energy of, hermiting, introspection. And maybe you're like, well, I've been on my own journey. Okay. If that's the case, then this fire energy we see, it's more about influences. Okay. Anything else to enhance on with this advice for Taurus? Please and thank you, Spirit. Again, moving through the unknown, kind of fighting off your insecurities at times or old words that people have told you that echo, that are harmful. Kind of setting up your own boundaries in your mind by just being like, no, like that is not true. I reject that. I do not take that on. Like this kind of an energy. And this is also like moving through, again, the unknown, fighting through the unknown for what you believe in. Because you know what is right, what is just for you, and what is not. At the end of the day, you do know that. And you know that very well. Anything else for advice for Taurus? Please and thank you. Partnerships and alliances. Oh, sorry. It's always happening. Make multiple would be one word of advice. Like, you don't have to be stuck to just one, but also these can be helpful to lean on, to ask for assistance. If you have any kind of partnerships or alliances, these will be very assisting for you at this time. Let me go ahead and look at that one in the book. It says that this says that you're now starting to see the fruits of your labor take seed and blossom. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities, which could bring opportunities to form connections or unexpected alliances that may create something new. And we do see that because you had the Six of Swords in the future. These could assist you in gathering resources for future projects. With all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy, Strength card. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union. There must be overall balance with the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimum results. And sometimes they may you may have to fight off the part of you that wants to do everything for someone. All right, or for something. This also reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely sources. Have an open mind when listening to others. Beautiful. Taurus, that is what we have for you. I wish you lots of success with this. I wish we had a more definite guidance for you, but hopefully that gives you something. You could always email FrequencyOfTheHeart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. But until then, we just send you lots of wellness and hope to see you soon. Take care.